To watch Bo Burnham's work from beginning to end is to see the American dream happen right before your eyes, flowering into an idealized being of immaculate voice and dexterity, right before it turns around and says, "Don't fucking do it."
Give up.
Your hard work and talent will not pay off.
There's a lot of material that I'm just really embarrassed by.
Rather than posturing his achievement and upholding the status quo with such blowhard nothings as, "You wouldn't want to be me," Bo uses the skill and perspective he's racked up this decade to encourage media literacy, empathizing with modern youth in the face of corporate chaos and the commodification of our collective soul. He advocates for progress and takes weighted shots at false prophets while having the sense to step aside and say he himself is unqualified to serve certain roles. Even if I genuinely think he's one of the most emblematic creatives of his generation, what's most refreshing, ironically, is his cultural unease, skepticism, and indignation towards the death of our hopes and dreams. This hopelessness gives me hope. It's the damnedest thing. Here's a sentence that's both indicative of how bad the world's gotten and how good this thing I'm about to talk about is. Bo Burnham's Inside is one of the best things to come out of COVID. In a single piece of work that demonstrates his skills as a filmmaker, musician, and comedian, Bo Burnham also redefined the artistic merit and potential of something that you set out to produce by yourself in a single location. You know, like a YouTube video. While it is part of a rich lineage of one-person cinema that includes Chantal Ackerman and Richard Linklater, whose early work focused on spaces and time rather than a narrative, Inside still plays with every mode of storytelling Bo has ever worked within, while also tapping into more contemporary forms of communication like streaming and social media. In other words, the special bridges the gap between what makes something high art and what makes something content. For a longer, more personal reflection on what it was like to first watch Inside when it was released, be sure to hit the related video link below. Or if you're watching this somewhere else, please go to my YouTube channel. I'm begging you.
I just think like comics are crybabies and like give me a break. You get up there and you talk for an hour and then they have an impulse to be heard too. You know what I mean? This is if it's rock and roll, well, who cares what they think about it? That's part of the gamble of what performing is. It's meant to be interpreted in any way it can. And I don't know. I'm just like, you know, my mother's a hospice nurse, so it's hard for me to look at, you know, a couple college kids with signs outside a comedy show and think that I'm, you know, up against anything structurally.
What do you call a kid with no arms and an eye patch? Names.
You just watched a Lanooski rerun, playing all the crap you didn't watch anyway. Why not hit the related videos? Sit your ass down and enjoy your stay.
They should put all the Bo Burnham specials into a Criterion box set.